Well, it's 16 minutes to 4. Time to hit the vapor trail. Not going too far, thankfully. We're right here in little old Adelaide. Damon Rees is part of a group called My Little Pony Friendship is Magic enthusiast, an active member of the Bronies Australia Forum. What are Bronies? Well, if you know My Little Pony, you'll know that lots of little girls normally love them, some little boys, but have you heard of adults liking them? It seems that that's what Bronies is. Have I explained that right, Damon?
Yeah, basically.
Tell me, when did you first get interested in My Little Pony?
It must have been back in, I think it was last year when a female friend of mine, we were at school and we were in lesson and she says, "You have to watch this." So then she forced me to watch it. I watched an episode and then I went home and I watched another one out of curiosity, and then suddenly I'd watched the entire season and it was 3 a.m.
So you're not alone in this, though. There is quite the brony culture, is there not?
Oh, it's this massive phenomenon, especially on the internet.
Why? I imagine you'd cop a bit of flack for liking
we
My
do,
Little Pony firstly as a boy, but secondly as a grown-up.
Well, it's the fans of the show like it because it has really, really surprisingly high production values for a children's cartoon. It has, big overarching storylines. The animation is fantastic. The characters are relatable, which is, I know, surprising when we're talking about a Hasbro TV show. It's just fun to watch as well.
So you're what we would call an older fan of My Little Pony. These bronies that we're talking about, what sort of age group generally are involved in these groups and online forums?
Anywhere between, say, people who are 12 years old to people who are, 30 years old.
Do you cop a bit of flack, Damon?
Most people I know have pretty much learned to deal with the fact that I like a little girl's TV show. A lot of bronies do cop flack from their friends and family, just because they don't understand. But it's not a big issue.
No. It spawns a whole lot of other merchandise is the wrong word, but you almost create things from this fan culture that you've got, do you not?
Oh, yeah. Bronies are very well renowned for making huge amounts of art and writing fan fictions. There's a fan fiction called Fallout Equestria, which is a crossover with the game Fallout, which is, I think, over 100,000 words long. Mm. It's longer than a novel. It's amazing.
Now you meet other bronies on online forums. What do you talk about?
We have arguments over which pony is the best one. We discuss storylines. Season 3 is starting soon, so we speculate about that. We also talk about music and other things.
What do you say to people who don't understand the attraction? I mean, how old are you now?
I'm 17.
17. As a sort of, almost grown-up, when they sort of say maybe, what about some of the adult interests or fan areas that you could go into? What is it about this or My Little Pony that seems to attract you?
It's kind of inexplicable, really. It's just fun to watch. The community is fantastic. The thing that the brony community is renowned for is that they're very, very accepting of everyone. So you could be, say, gay or lesbian or have some sort of disability, but you'll be accepted and people will like you.
So do you think bronies and people who like that sort of thing are generally a bit misunderstood, do you?
Yeah, I think so.
We see people who are, those fan-based obsessions like Star Trek, those sort of things. They have conventions and things. Are there brony conventions?
Yeah, there have been a few in America which had huge amounts of people going to them. There's one called PonyCon in Australia, which is happening next year sometime. I'm not quite sure when.
Well, it's fascinating. You've opened the lid on a whole new world I never knew existed, Damon. Thank you for letting us know.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Damon Rees, who is an active member of the Bronies Australia Forum, which means that they're basically enthusiasts and active members on My Little Pony fans, basically.